Hi everybody, Brian from Steeda, featuring the Classic Design Concepts Light Bar for the Mustang S550 Convertible, model years 2015 and later. When it comes to the Mustang, it has always been an eye catcher, and anytime you remove the top from something like a Mustang, well, it gets a lot of attention. And one of the things about the long, sleek look of the S550 in particular is, well, the convertible kind of needs something to break up that long, flat back 3/4 of the car. And the Classic Design Concepts Light Bar is a perfect blend of adding some structural rigidity and some fashion to the car. Let's talk a little bit more about the fashion. The model that we have behind us is a carbon fiber model. And yes, Classic Design Concepts does in fact use genuine carbon around the outside of this. Through the inside of it is actually a steel tubular core, but more on that in just a moment. They also offer a standard black version like you see in Rod's car, and this is similar to the black foam that you find on the dash panel, so it has a very much an OEM feel. So if you want a little bit more style to it, you can go with the carbon fiber version. A little more subtlety, go with the classic black version. One of the other benefits of the Light Bar is it increases chassis rigidity in the convertible. And it does this because of that tubular steel piece that goes all the way through from one end to the other and mounts to the very outsides of the interior cabin. This is really important because, again, anytime you can keep the car stiffer, it's going to make for a better driving experience, more enjoyable experience. So it's not just form, it's also function as far as this is concerned. Aside from the color and material options, you also have the choice of with a brake light, as this car has, or no brake light for an ultra clean look. Now, most of us prefer the additional brake light because when the top is down, anytime you have added illumination, letting somebody know that you're stopping or slowing down is of benefit, especially here in South Florida, really anywhere around the world where you're enjoying your car. Always better to have a little extra safety. The other cool feature about the additional brake light is that when the top is up, that brake light is no longer active, so you don't have an odd reflection along your roof liner. It goes off when the top's up and is only active or only goes on when the top is down. Pretty cool stuff. Another great thing about Classic Design Concepts is they proudly manufacture all of their pieces 100% in the USA. And of course, you know that Steeda? Well, we stand behind that as well. If you like the look of this light bar and are considering it, definitely comment below. If you've already installed it and want to post some helpful tips, definitely also post below. Again, we know that our viewers really enjoy seeing these comments. And speaking of installation, if you're considering this piece, definitely recommend reading the instructions a few times ahead of time because it is complex and fairly slow moving. It's also important to have a second set of hands when you're ultimately installing the light bar itself. Another thing to note is the interior trim panels, 2 of them in particular, need to be trimmed. So if you're worried about this going forward, maybe you're planning to trade the car in a few years when the next model comes out, visit your local Ford dealership and pick up a couple of extra OEM panels. We definitely recommend professional installation because some holes do need to be drilled into the structure of the car to obviously properly mount the bracket and the light bar. And if you choose the version with the brake light, keep in mind that you also have to splice into the factory wiring harness. Again, professional installation, highly recommended for this piece. Although this improves chassis rigidity, please keep in mind it is not to be used as a roll bar. It's not approved for most of your local track day events. So definitely reach out to them first. If you're looking to do that, reach out to us and we can help you get set up with the proper equipment for that. All right, as far as the light bar is concerned, this thing is absolutely stunning looking in this car, as you see in Julio's car and as you see in Rod's car. Just absolutely breaks up that rear 3/4 of the car and is another aesthetic to the Mustang that, well, it doesn't need much help, but this is one of those things just really sets it off perfectly. If you enjoyed the content of this video, please click like and share with other enthusiasts, especially convertible owners that may be considering the Classic Design Concepts Light Bar. Also, ring that bell so that you receive notifications of upcoming videos as we release them. Again, we really appreciate you guys watching these. To learn more about this and many of the other parts that we offer for the S550 Mustang and other Ford vehicles, visit us at Steeda.com. If you want to see the latest and greatest things that we're putting our Mustangs through and installing on them, as well as other Ford vehicles, be sure to follow us on social media. Thank you so much for watching. Steeda, speed matters.